I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Foster, Kyuujin cosplay, and today we are back at guys with My Name, episode 5. We are in hot waters right now.
Deep shit. Oh fuck. So okay, last episode we found out that the guy that was responsible for the massacre at the gym was, I think his name is Gang-Jae?
The one that basically stabbed us in the back when we were training together?
The one that attacked us, exactly. And technically the narcotics, they kind of want to catch him, but they're more focused on Choi, so they don't really care. And Ji-woo was mad about that, so and they kind of attacked her turf too, so she's going after him. And what she doesn't know is that the department kind of knows that there's a mole inside their ranks.
Oopsie.
So Pil-do was looking, at Ji-woo, trying to find, clues that she might be the mole. But then he also doesn't really want to, think she's the one that's betraying them. So he joined up with her in her quest to find Gang-Jae, and now both of them are captured, and he is sort of unconscious, but anything could happen. Like, Gang-Jae could say one thing that blows our cover, which technically, like, the fact he knows us is already pretty weird.
Yeah.
Or, depending on who saves us, because Choi was fighting a bunch of guys, but he knows something's happening. Like, he knows that Gang-Jae is not around, so where is he? So if he shows up and saves us, that raises a lot of questions.
True.
And the narcotics don't know where we are. So,
shit.
Yeah, deep shit. And aside from that, we know for sure that the captain or the chief, he's not the one responsible, but he recognized the gun. It is not a cop's gun, but they know that Choi thought it was a cop's gun. So it was linked to the whole thing that happened back in the day. You had a theory about the guy undercover being...
what if it was Ji-woo's dad?
Yeah.
Does the time match up? I don't really know.
I don't remember, everything about what they told us with the time and stuff. Like, how long has he been in the organization? How long ago did this rookie die? We're thinking maybe it's a situation where they had a guy pretend to die and then went undercover somewhere. It's a bit weird that this would, because this technically sent the chief or captain on his quest for revenge. So we're like, someone had to die.
Yeah.
Right?
So someone had to die, I guess.
So actually your theory doesn't really...
This is a far-fetched theory. I also thought at first that maybe the guy that died 10 years ago was still alive, but who knows?
Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to uncover, but now we need to deal with the shit we are in. So let's jump in this episode. We'll talk about this later and then see what they have in store for us. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions.
Okay, so let's start our stuff now.
I have your little protege.
빈손으로 가기가 뭐해서 형님 둘이 선물 하나 준비하고 있었지.
But then if he comes for us, it's not good either, He can't come after us. He can't save us. This isn't good.
Oh.
Everyone is going to save us. Unless he decides that he can't risk blowing his cover.
It's true that the gang, the company is bigger than one individual.
두개골 깨지고 뇌가 다 튀어나오고 있어. 볼만할 텐데 시간이 없어가지고 잘 가.
Classic mistake though, not doing the death yourself quickly,
Yeah.
Leaving them like this basically gives time to other characters to save them. But then we are handcuffed to this shit. How do we get out?
You break a thumb and try to get out like this, I guess. Oh shit.
Hurry this up! Hurry this up! Can you imagine how he would react, like how Pil-do would react if Choi showed up and was like, okay, I'm gonna save you guys. Like, whoa. Oh shit! Someone help!
Oh, nice.
But then she can get out, he can't.
Oh.
He's not a main character.
No, he is. He's one of them.
Break that thumb! Break the fucking thumb!
No. No, 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 no.
Can we stop this machine?
Do we have time? We were so fucking close.
Yep. But then the police, where's the police going?
Maybe the other place where we got caught.
He saw the police and he still showed up.
Oh.
He's literally taking that risk.
He really cares.
That's gonna hurt if he turns out to be the bad guy.
Oh no 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 no! Fuck no! Fuck no! No!
Oh, thank fucking God. He can't die, right? He can't die?
No, you better not.
Oh, he's still okay.
You
Well,
better
he's
not.
still okay.
건강을 수업이나 잘안 지시다 아주 이 미친 새끼 일어나서
And then like, who was in that car? A little fingerprints and search and they'll know.
괜찮아?
괜찮습니다.
She.
And for some reason, we saw a close-up of her badge or, you know, ID getting lost in the car. So I'm like, is that gonna be important?
That might come back.
괜찮아?
I'm telling you, there's a thing.
자면서도 인성을 쓰냐?
It's a lifetime of trauma.
나도 너처럼 미약 물고 살았는데 여동생이 하나 있었어. 대학 붙었다고 신나서 클럽에 갔는데 누가 맥주에 마약을 탔고 그 자리에서 죽었어.
Jesus.
심장이 약했거든.
범인은 잡았습니까?
아니? 누군지도 몰라. 마약 조직원들, 약쟁이 새끼들 다 잡아들이면 그 안에 있겠지 뭐. 네가 누굴 잡고 싶은지 모르겠는데 내가 도와줄게. 같이 잡자.
Well, if it turns out to be a cup, shit. They have a lot more in common than she thought.
며칠 더 쉬라니까 왜 벌써 나왔어?
답답해서요.
도강제 이제 시간 문제다.
No.
Hi. Hi.
Friends.
너 괜찮아?
괜찮습니다.
차 팀장님. 어서 와.
지우야, 아빠한테 연락 왔니?
Oh
네가
fuck.
뭐라고 했길래 뛰어왔냐고?
Oh.
Don't look at us. Don't look at us.
We just look like her. We just look like her.
야, 너 진짜 오랜만이다. 둘이 알아?
He called her Jew live.
예.
Live. I'm
방금
French.
봤을 때 현장에서 몇 번 봤어요.
He's not saying it, okay?
Well, he saw that her name was different on her
Yeah.
ID card, so he doesn't know what's going on.
I did not recognize him at first. I was like, what's up? Okay.
He heard the name. He
heard the
Oh.
name. For sure. But then, like, if we talk to him, like, don't say anything. If you kept her cover for a sec, don't say anything until you know what's up. She could just
Yeah,
be
but-
saying, I changed completely my
Yeah, but
life and
He
stuff.
knows who her father was.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
He knows that her father was working for Charlie.
Ah, shit.
너 알아본 거 없어?
And he's looking for her. But she's right there.
없어요.
She's right there.
그 사건 이후로 완전히 사라진 것 같던데.
They're keeping it a secret, okay. Well, he's keeping it a secret.
사라졌던 총이 현장에서 나왔어. 윤동훈이 총?
So the cup's gun that's not a cup's gun is her father's?
Did my theory was right, guys?
Maybe.
That would be a nice twist if I was correct.
너 걔를 데리고 뭘 하고 있는 거냐?
What the fuck?
He's his
그래,
mole,
이건 일이야.
I think.
내가 나쁜 놈들 진짜 많이 잡았는데. 넌 진짜 악마다 악마.
So he's just chilling with a fucking cop? Like, what's up?
너 같은 약쟁이는 이해 못하겠지.
Okay.
신념이라는 거다.
Yeah, so he's one of the bad
신념
guys.
그딴 건 난 잘 모르겠고 이제 내 입이 좀 비싸질 것 같은데. 그렇겠지. 역시 최무진이야. 자, 우리 회장님
They could just kill you,
얼마나
buddy.
두껍나.
It's easier for them. You don't try to bargain with these guys.
A gentleman tells no tale.
He said, you know, you sent her on this quest and stuff like that, and he's like, oh, she wanted it, and he's like, wow, you're a real demon. Like I've got some bad guys, but you, that to me just feeds my theory. It's really well crafted because everything that's happening feeds every theory at the same time. You know, it's episode 5, but we still can't decide who's right.
저 도감됩니다.
What?
What if he says something?
What?
He knows about us.
왜? 자수하게?
유치하게 자수는 무슨
He's already suspicious. He's trying to cover his tracks because everyone's after
잡게
him.
해드릴게. 나 빠져나가게 해주면
Oh boy, no, we're in deep shit.
Oh fudge.
He didn't mention us, but like for sure he's got that trump card.
Of course you do. He does.
So is the thing he told them, you know, he thinks I'm about to leave, well, he's right there. He's gonna come after me, so catch him, and then I'll leave.
차량 진입합니다.
최무진 맞습니다.
But then, like, that was the tip from Ji-woo, so if he gets out and they show up, that's gonna give the assistant a reason to be like, she betrayed you.
Yeah.
Everyone is showing up. But then not everyone knew about this, so that's gonna be suspicious. And no one's answering the phone.
It's true that she didn't know about the...
I've seen Departed. I know how it ends.
잡새끼들. 움직이지 말고 위치시켜. 움직이지 말고 위치시켜.
I mean, they could hit two birds with one stone here if they allow him to kill Gang-Jae and then they arrest him because he killed someone.
Wouldn't that go against what you're supposed to do?
Yes, a little bit. It's about to fucking go to shit.
Regardez, c'est minable.
The two are like, he's so fucking badass. He should have been at the gym. It would have been over. And the narcs are just watching the whole thing.
We can arrest those that are left at GM, yeah.
He's letting it happen. I mean, you have sort of proof, right? I think he's doing what I said. Like, he's just waiting to see who's gonna survive and he's gonna arrest the last one.
경제 이리 와. 체포해. 체포해.
But then he waited till the other two were gone. Or at least away. Does he truly want to arrest them or does he want to do justice himself?
오랜만이지.
옛날 생각나고 좋네.
Gives me strength.
She never answered your calls. She was not supposed to be there.
Nope.
Oh shit.
How does she know? And like, she doesn't know they're here. So if they see her try to help Choi,
That's gonna blow up a cover.
And it's from the. I mean, he heard the name too.
Sorry.
He heard the name.
Everything is going down right now. At least some of it.
존나 멋있게 살고 싶었는데
난 어리석은 선택을 한 거야.
그건 너도 마찬가지야.
Can you survive that?
It's gonna be difficult.
난 혼자서는 안 죽어.
But she told you.
안녕하세요.
If he hears this, anyone sees this, they know. They fucking know. She's on his side. It's
Yeah.
obvious.
싸워봐.
나 죽인다면서.
싸우라니까.
못하겠지. 씨발 사람을 아무나 죽일 줄 아냐? 우영사 총 내려!
Well, I mean, she's just
네가
keeping it, you know, keeping him in the line of fire. That's it. That's the thing. You let him go, he's gonna talk. You don't let him go, they're gonna wonder why. It's his guys.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, he's good at
Thank
escaping.
you, assistant.
Yeah, told him not to come,
I
but
forgot your name, but thank you.
he didn't trust this shit, so he showed up. For once, his paranoia worked.
But she's in trouble even more than before.
자수하겠습니다. 다 자백하겠습니다.
오영사 진정해. 그리고 유지.
She cannot explain that.
You can't explain that, so what is she gonna do? Not that I'm not happy he's dead.
She can maybe try to blame him, not like that. He's almost true.
He didn't make a move, he dropped his weapon, and he
Yeah.
said, I'm giving myself up.
Yeah.
There's no reason for her to shoot him.
No.
씨발.
The actor will be missed.
Yeah. We are in hot waters.
Well, yeah, but
We
at the
are
same
in so
time.
much trouble.
Yeah, but at the same
And
time.
I found out first that maybe she could maybe put on fire that he's the one that my father died. Is the reason that my father is dead. But unless did Pil-do knows that she doesn't know who killed her father or something?
What's written in her file is that her father was basically was killed by a dealer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it says. I mean, I don't think he thinks she knows or anything. He heard her name. He heard about her quest for revenge.
Okay. First off,
If he basically
you didn't heard her name.
yes, he heard her. The captain showed up and said, "Ji-woo."
You're sure that he said Ji-woo? Or
Yeah.
didn't just call the captain?
He said her name, and then there was a bit of confusion, and that's how she knew he was coming because she turned her head to the side.
Okay. Never mind.
So I'm pretty sure he called her name, and then he heard it, and he seemed confused, and maybe he's putting two and two together. But like I said, like the captain that died didn't know it. Well, we thought he didn't know anything about her being with the gang.
Yeah.
Being the daughter of her father doesn't basically turn her into a criminal,
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make her bad, and that doesn't, justify not letting her in the narcotics or anything, but that could justify changing your name so you don't have that mask, so people don't judge you right away. If he put two and two together, he might be thinking like she said, she is on a quest of revenge for her father. And, as far as they know, as far as he knows, it's not a cop that killed her father. So she's looking for the true criminal. and that's why she's in the narcotics.
Yeah.
And he said he was gonna help out. So we'll see what happens. But there's gonna be some explanation needed because I mean this was bad. She killed a guy after he said he was giving himself up.
Yeah.
There's nothing that justifies this unless, considering he knows that, the name and the identity, and he's like, okay, you killed him because you didn't want him to tell who you were, but it's fine. I know who you are. I understand why you're here. It's okay. He still doesn't know she was part of the gang, and it looks like he didn't see she protected Choi. So she dodged a few bullets, but there's one that...
Thankfully, they didn't see that part of the deal, so, yeah.
There is, she dodged a few bullets, but there's one that she didn't dodge, and it's her identity being out. At least I'm pretty sure it's gonna be out. Like, there's, unless he's really dumb, and I don't think he is,
No.
So, we will see what happens, but he did say he was gonna help. So he might help us in the actual case, not knowing we think it's a cop. Which brings me to the gun. It was her father's.
Yep.
So... Your theory.
Was I correct? I don't know.
Your theory might be right.
I thought about it when we watched the previous episode before this one, and I said, what a strategy would it be? But it would be fun if her dad was the police that died like 10 or 11 years ago. But I was not sure about the time. The timeline. If he is.
I think Choi said something about her father saving him 10 years ago or something. And since the guy that died, the rookie that died like 11 years ago, it's all around the same time. So yes, that would maybe be relevant. And now we know that he had a cop's gun that's not a cop's gun. I don't know how he got, it's the same format. It's just that the serial number was scratched out. So who knows what happened? I think, they planted the gun, like I said, to make her believe it was a cop. We know it was the father's, but then it still raises the question,
who
Who killed him and why is this gun on the scene, Who killed him with his own gun, basically? If it was that gun that killed him, that killed unless, like I said, if it's Choi that killed the father or had the father killed because they blew his cover, but then he erase the bonds and stuff.
Yeah.
And if he got him killed anyway, and he just didn't know, about the gun, he dropped it because. But that would make sense. He could be blaming, your father died. I had to kill your father because of that organization, that the narcotics that sent him, after us. If he's the guy, it could be like he's trying to justify it to himself by saying like, I'm the one that had someone, or I pulled the trigger, or I had someone pull the trigger, but in fact they are to blame. So go after the cops because they're the ones that messed up this thing we had going.
Do you think that maybe Choi is the one that I mean,
well, that's been my theory since
no,
episode one.
No, but usually maybe we'll send someone over to kill the dad. But from what I'm seeing, he's not the one to maybe this guy himself in a hoodie, masking his face.
Who knows? That was a few years ago.
That can maybe explain why he the father played for his daughter's safety. So come.
The way he reacted when he died was, it was a guy who knew what was about to happen and he kind of expected it. It's like he had been waiting for that to happen. So. Like, shit, you figured out I was a traitor, or in my first theory, shit, you figured out I was leaving. So
because we know that the assistant basically called Choi, so maybe he's the one that came to the apartment and showed him.
But that's been my theory.
No, but from what you say, I thought maybe he sent someone to kill him. I'm saying that
he's
the one that did it.
It doesn't matter if he's the one that pulled the trigger or not.
Yeah.
If he's behind the murder, he's
result.
still to blame, yeah.
Same result, yeah.
So, okay, but yeah, the more we go into this, the more my theory is being fed, clues and stuff that basically say this is right. Yeah. Can't speak today. But, yeah, okay,
I think mine is not, now I think mine is not that far-fetched too, so.
Well, yours, this episode made sense. At least with the thing, with the fact that the gun was her father's. It's a cop's gun, sort of.
Sort of.
But then it wasn't.
Well, okay. First of all, my first clue was that it's a cop gun, but not a cop gun. So it'd be, maybe someone who was undercover, so the one that died 10 years ago. But what if, like I said, what if the one who was undercover was the dad? And it's confirmed this is the dad's gun. So yeah.
But that doesn't mean...
I'm pretty hyped, guys.
We'll have to wait and see, the ending of the show. But I'm really, really excited to see this all unfold.
I need to know who
But
did it.
I think that's the strength of the show, because there are so many possibilities, and we thought of some of them really early in the show, and it's been confirmed here and there, like, it's not going against our theories or anything, but I think the show is doing well at feeding all those theories at the same time, so there's not one that comes out more, like, I think it would be bad if it turned out to be a cop, if they told her it was a cop in the beginning, and if it turns out to be a cop in the end, it's kind of, you told us, so there's no suspense, but I don't think they're that dumb. Mm-hmm. And if it is a cop, it's more complicated than that.
True.
So, we'll see. She's got a partner now that deeply cares about her. She's gonna have some help, because as long as he doesn't know her connection to Choi, which I don't think he does because he didn't see her with him, technically, as long as he doesn't know, he can help us, on the simple basis that her father was killed, and no one helped. Now we know for sure that the investigation was covered up. Right? By the captain or the chief. Again, I can't remember if it's one or the other. The chief. Let's call him the chief. I'll call him the chief because the other one was called the captain.
Okay, chief.
So, the chief covered it up, which would make sense if either he was behind the murder or if the guy murdered was undercover. Sort of. But then at the same time, I'm like, would you truly cover it up if it's a cover up, because like you would want the daughter to know what happened, unless you're to blame.
Unless you want to protect her, maybe.
Why? What's the point? If they killed him because they know he was undercover, she's already
Yeah.
So either why would you cover it up unless you're to blame? Somehow. We know back then from Choi, and even from the guy that's in charge of him, we know that he used to be just as reckless back then. He would do missions that were not necessarily orthodox, or he would go off the rails and do his own thing. So maybe he did something that led to this that would cost him his job. Like, who's to say the undercover, like, who's to say that if the father was undercover, who's to say that this was even a good thing? Like, maybe he did this completely on his own. And that's all based off the idea that the guy was undercover, because they never said that. We just assumed.
I just assumed.
And we assume it's the father. I love the fact
Too
that
much assumption, guys.
this show is making us think, and I love that.
You know what we should have done? We should have taken an envelope, like in Clues game, and said who did it, with what weapon, and where.
But then we would have to spoil ourselves first.
No, we put our own guess. We think that this guy did it, and at the end of it, we're gonna see who was right all along. But
Based off of the first episode.
yeah, but we kind of said our thoughts out loud, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, but that's the
anymore.
point. Yeah, we're here to share. But yeah,
I
the waters are getting are starting to boil around everyone. But like I said, so far so good. It's gonna bring problems, the fact that we killed Gang-Jae, which, by the way, I'm gonna miss the actor because he really was pretty cool.
I did not recognize his face at first because
without the marks,
without the marks and the crazy look in his eyes,
but
he looked so sweet back like 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that and look at the makeup that he has now.
Great job.
But I'm gonna miss the actor. I'm not gonna miss the character, and I'm kind of glad. At first, like, she didn't want to kill him. Like, she wanted to do the right thing, which perhaps she's starting to switch a little bit. Like, we saw her having fun with her friends, and she's finding a place for herself, like a sort of second family,
Well,
it's been so long, I think.
She's not a cold hard killer, too.
Yeah, and it's been so long since she could, you know, have fun, I think, and just enjoy someone else's company, because she's been focused on her revenge for so long, and now she can live a little. And there's a part of her, I think, that doesn't, like, she's still focused on revenge, but there's a part of her that doesn't want to screw this up. Like, she doesn't want to leave the country because she got an out, and she doesn't want to follow that out. She had Gang-Jae right in front of her, and she could have killed him, be stone cold, like you said, a stone cold killer, and keep, you know, her cover basically. And she didn't do it because that would go against her as a cop, you know, her job as a cop. You don't just go around shooting criminals.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the chief or the captain, but literally basically undermining his entire operation just because he wants to be the one that arrests Choi. Dude, you could have had him. It would have been over. But
Yep.
you want to be the one that arrests him. It's your ego is speaking, and I think your ego is one of the reasons why it's taken you so long.
It's been 84 years that I'm after Choi.
Yeah, but whose fault is that?
I'm gonna catch him one day.
Whose fault is that? But yeah, Choi was messed up this episode.
Oh, is he gonna survive that? Because that
don't
was
know.
pretty
He's,
pretty deep.
But let's be real, it's his fault as well. That's twice in one episode that he's done something reckless and a bit stupid because of his emotions, you know? Saving Ji-woo, knowing that the cops were showing up and they were right there, and he still took that chance. They have his license plate. They could link that to him anytime, which would you know, uncover her
ID.
identity.
Yeah.
The fact that, you know, they're looking into things that's way too hot right now in the office. You know, he's looking for the daughter too. Like, fuck. And then you got him also showing up to get Gang-Jae without his assistant, you know, and going after him alone, knowing the guy has a fucking machete and he's younger than him. He's not as good, but he underestimated him, and he almost got killed. If it wasn't for Ji-woo, he would be dead.
He might still be.
And if it wasn't for his assistant, he would be arrested or dead.
Yeah.
So twice in one episode that he messed up massively.
Oh, fudge.
And all based on his emotions, because it's out of, you know, wanting to protect Ji-woo. It's wanting to get revenge for her. It's anger at having this situation happen when he could have maybe stopped it years ago. It's all based off of emotion. You're slipping, man. You're slipping. Anyway. Oh, it was a good episode. I'm very, very excited to learn what happened.
I can't wait to watch the next one, guys.
But the show is doing its job perfectly because of that, you know. It's keeping us on our toes and we want to know. We have like dozens of theories and we just need to know what happened. But yeah, we have like what, 3 episodes? 3 episodes
3
left?
episodes, yeah.
So, I mean, it will happen very soon.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to know when I messed it up with the intro. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be out on YouTube next week, guys. So stay tuned and see you in 7 days.
Yes.